All right, so I wanted to take a few minutes. I've been doing a lot of thinking over the last 24 hours, I would say, and I have a couple thoughts that I wanted to share with everybody. So we're going to talk about three different things today in what I call Corona-Vation. That's right, it's innovation mixed with the coronavirus. It's kind of disgusting, but I think it's cool, and I think we have a really cool opportunity. So you'll probably see me look down like this every few minutes. I literally just finished writing it, and so I'm just really wanting to get it out there to you guys. We're going to talk about three things in Corona-Vation in regards to marketing. So the first thing is going to be your business. The second thing is going to be others, so your clients, other people that you influence or that your brand influences. And then the third thing will be the future. Okay? So bear with me. Let's go through this. It's going to be awesome. And periodically I'm going to be drinking my cold coffee. It was warm, but it's not anymore. Your business, Corona-Vation, okay? Funny phrase, yes. Everything, in the last couple of weeks has kind of gotten out of hand. And you know what? It is what it is. There are situations that we're going to come across that we're not going to be able to control. And that's just the reality of life. And so as a marketer, what are we going to do? How are we going to prepare ourselves to be ready for these situations and not just react, but to actually have a plan and respond? So I'm also going to be drinking this. This is my OWN protein drink. I really like it. It's vegan. So for those of you that care. Okay. Who needs a napkin when you have your hand? Don't do that, though, in regard to coronavirus. Okay. So the first thing I want to share with you is a quote. And this is from Plato's Republic. And it says, "The true creator is necessity, who is the mother of our invention." Now, that specific quote, I really like that one, and here's why. Whenever we have problems or whenever we have a situation that is outside of our control, a lot of people freak out. A lot of people will, let me just come up with an example. Maybe run to the store and buy up all the toilet paper. Maybe not the best solution. However, that being said, as a marketer or as a creative or as an artist or really as anybody, we have an opportunity to see the problem as a cool opportunity for creation or for something new. So for marketers, for me, for you, what I want to encourage you guys with, and honestly for anybody that owns a business, is to see this as an opportunity to engage, not a problem, okay? So instead of seeing it as a problem for our clients and our business, we can see this as an opportunity to engage. Again, we know that we're already told, as I'm going to probably go over multiple times, but we're told to be human, we're told to provide value, we're told to show empathy. Well, again, we're going to do that, but this is another opportunity for us to do that even more. So the first thing is I want you guys in your business, I want you to see this as an opportunity for you to engage, not a problem, all right? Too many people are going to be talking about this as a problem. I want to see it as an opportunity. Okay, one of the reasons why I like that is because as a creator or a creative specifically, I really like shaking things up. A lot of times it's easy for us to get in our routine as a marketer and to, we're putting out great content, we're putting out awesome posts, and it can become monotonous. It can become the same just over and over and over again. And so with a situation like this, sometimes we have to be forced into doing something new. And so that's again why I see it as an opportunity, because I think that this gives us a forced chance to shake things up creatively. Because if we don't, we're going to have some issues. All right. So even though these are not the circumstances in which we would like to, give ourselves that chance to shake things up, hopefully in the future we can actually make that a part of our routine, right? But we're kind of forced into it, so let's take advantage of it. And yes, I just want to say, of course, we want to be wise, we want to be empathetic of the current situation in the country, but we also want to take advantage of the conversations that people are having online. And as a result, because we're doing that, because we're not freaking out, we're not responding out of fear, we will have a chance to be a light in the darkness, and the darkness meaning fear, anxiety, whatever it may be with people's response to the coronavirus situation. So Our goals then as marketers, again, we're still talking about your business. Our goals should obviously be to help our clients continue to provide entertainment, to continue to educate and add value to their audience. Of course, the method of delivery is going to be different. And let me just break off and talk about that for a second. One of my clients is a restaurant. And so, they're going to be closing for a month, and or at least until the end of the month. And so the way normally we're talking about dishes, we're talking about, or another client, let's say there's a client of yours that has a lot of events or a lot of in-person things. Well, if they're closing their doors for a few weeks, what are you going to market about? And so the delivery of what we're going to be doing is going to be different. We can't take pictures of the food inside the restaurant, for example. So what are we going to do there? How are we going to innovate? One of the ideas is actually working with the chef, owner of the company, and having him document his daily activities, or maybe, cooking some of the dishes that would be at the restaurant at home, or teaching some of the people that go to the restaurant how to make those dishes from home. So, it's things like that I think are going to help continue engage with your customers. So the method of delivery might be different, but the principles, again, are the same. Be human, show empathy, and add value. Okay? Provide value. So, this is, as marketers, it's our chance to really engage and try new ideas. Okay? Try new ideas like vegan protein. Because when you take regular protein, it makes you feel like you have a rock in your stomach. Anyways, also, we want to meet our clients' customers where they're at. So we want to help our clients meet their customers where they're at in the conversations they're already having. Okay. So obviously people are going to be talking about coronavirus. We know that. People are probably sick of talking about it already, but they're going to keep talking about it. It's as new stuff continues to come up, they're going to continue discussing it. So engage in that conversation. Again, one of the best examples of this, I think it was in a Gary Vaynerchuk book that I had heard, or read rather, was the company Oreo during the blackout during a Super Bowl. Oreo was paying attention, and the hashtag blackout went viral, and people were talking about it. So Oreo tagged onto that hashtag and said, Oreos still taste good in the dark. Hashtag blackout. Boom. Their post went crazy. People engaged. Yes, it went viral, but more than that, people were engaging with them. So how can you and your business and your clients of your business take advantage of the current, I'm not just saying hashtag coronavirus, but take advantage of the current conversations that people are having. All right. And finally, how can you innovate so that your customers that you're marketing for those businesses that are in-person companies, so like a restaurant where people would come in and have to buy, or a fitness health club where people have to actually come in and use the services. How can you allow your customers to continue to have paying clients even if those places are physically closed? Example, restaurants offering gift cards for later purchase, to be purchased now so they can use them later. That's a great idea. It's a very simple one. For a health club, what are some things that you could do there? Perhaps it's offering free online training as far as, hey, let's get together. Let's start a Facebook group. Monday through Friday, we're going to have a live workout video demonstration from our trainers. I'm just giving some examples. That's just one way. But again, let's innovate. I came up with that off the top of my head, but I'm sure if you take time to actually think about it, you can come up with some much better ideas. So your business, I have a few questions for you. And this is all in regards to adapting. Okay. So 1, how will you adapt? How will you adapt for your business, and how will you adapt for your client's business? 2, how have you already adapted? Would love for you guys to share some examples in the comments below. Post whatever it is. Even if you're not sharing them with me, share them with your clients, share them with your other marketers. How have you already adapted, and how will you adapt? If you're not already adapting, I want to know why. Are you freaked out? Are you feeling like it's just you're overwhelmed? You're not sure what steps to take? Please reach out to me or somebody that you trust that is a marketer, and let's just continue to have this dialogue. And 4, where are you vulnerable? So where can you, there they are, those are my kids laughing. Where are you most vulnerable as a business, and where are your clients most vulnerable? And we're going to get into your clients next. So I want you to think about those 4 questions. How will you adapt? How have you already adapted? Why are you not adapting? And where are you vulnerable if you haven't adapted? All right. So briefly, I'm going to talk about others and I'm going to talk about the future. So some questions that I have in regards to your clients and others that you may help is, how can you help others like you? Some of you might be in many different stages. Some of you might have really taken the leap and already figured out how to adapt in this culture. And so you have a unique opportunity to be able to help, as I'm doing right now, or at least trying, to help others like you to start thinking about things that they can do to help market their business, whether it's your clients, again, or other marketers like you. So how can you help others? This is not just about us. How can we step out and help others like us? How can you help your clients? Again, that's just a part of that same idea. And the biggest question, I would say, that we all need to ask ourselves, and I'm doing this for every single one of my clients, and I encourage you to ask yourself, is how does your client's marketing strategy need to change because of the current situation? So again, we can talk all about, when we should change a marketing strategy, or when we should do this, when we should do that. Of course, we don't want to just react. We want to plan ahead, right, for things like this. But sometimes things happen and we have to react. So in that, whether you're reacting or whether you're strategically processing this, how do your clients' marketing tactics have to change because of this? I'm curious to know in all areas, whether it's food service, whether it's, people that are selling products online, whatever it may be. How is your client's marketing going to have to change? Share that with others. Share it in the comments. That'd be awesome. And finally, I want to talk about the future. And so again, this applies to any situation, not just crisis, not just, reacting or, responding to a situation like the coronavirus or whatever. But I want to know, what will you guys be implementing going forward that you may not have otherwise implemented had this situation or virus not occurred? So what will you be implementing going forward? And then what are some of the new ideas or services or products or ways of doing business that you have developed or could see yourself developing because of this situation? And this goes back to the quote at the beginning. Again, I'll repeat it. From Plato's Republic, "The true creator is necessity, who is the mother of our invention." And so while I believe the true creator is God, for the sake of this quote, the true creator is necessity, who is the mother of invention. In other words, we have something like this. There's a huge need. There's a roadblock put in front of us as marketers. Okay, let's say we can't leave. We're quarantined or we're self-quarantined. What new ways or what new ideas and services and ways of marketing have you seen? Are you working on? Have come into your head as far as how you're going to market your business and your client's business in the future? I think that's a cool question. I'm already trying to think of just a bunch of different ideas. Just to share an example, and this will be the last example that I share, but it could probably seem obvious. But to be honest, I have multiple clients that are in the church, that are churches. And again, that's a huge, in-person meeting situation where you have 300-400 people, perhaps on average, that meet in any typical local church. And now all of a sudden, we can't meet in person. And so if you hadn't already been live streaming or not been doing anything with video, you're going to be caught off guard. In 2 different situations. One, a church has been live streaming, and so it was very simple to just integrate that and just to kind of make a small adjustment as opposed to filming on Sunday morning. We pre-record a service and then post that ahead of time. The downside of that situation was we didn't really have a plan set up on, even though we had an app, we had a website where we host stuff, we didn't really have the full gamut listed out of, okay, here's how people are going to interact with a completely online church service, right? So we had to innovate in a very short amount of time, but we came up with something really awesome, and it worked very, very well. And you know what? We got a lot more subscribers to our app, and a lot more engagement on social media, and a lot more engagement on our website. So that was kind of cool. So because of necessity, we innovated, and we had greater results, which is really interesting. And already our minds are flowing in regards to, hey, here's some other things that we could do in the future in regards to how we're going to handle. What if we did go all online, or what if we made online another campus? Another church situation, and we're currently working on it, is, again, okay, are we going to live stream the service, or are we going to pre-record it? And what is that going to look like in our situation? And how are we going to use the current apps, and how are we going to use our website and social media to engage? And so, again, as a marketer, I'm able to pull from different resources, things that have worked for other clients, things that have not worked, and avoid those. So, again, this is going to breed, I think, a lot of creativity. I really hope this fosters some new technology, perhaps, for marketers, or just gets us thinking outside of the box. Or inside the box. One of the Global Leadership Summit this year, one of the speakers, books behind me, his point was thinking inside the box. Okay? Now, literally, some of us are probably inside a box. Like, I'm literally in my basement in a 9 by 12 square foot office. So it's kind of a box, not really. More of a rectangle. Either way, think inside the box. What can you do with what you have to the best of your ability? So take a look around what you have. What can you do? How can you market for your clients? Where you're at with what you have. I think that's a Teddy Roosevelt quote. Do the best you can where you're at with what you have. I probably botched it, but that's the idea. So all that to say, your business, the true creator is necessity, who is the mother of our invention. Okay? So see it as an opportunity to engage as opposed to a problem. Shake things up creatively. Going forward, don't let this just be the only time you shake things up. I think you should start put in your own walls every, once a quarter, at the end of every month, every 3 months, whatever it may be, to shake things up creatively, to keep things interesting for your customers and clients on social media and in all your marketing channels. Be wise and empathetic. So, we do need to, be somewhat smart about how we're communicating, especially around the sensitive topic of health. But, be educated, be wise, be empathetic, but take advantage of the conversations that people are having. Go where they're at. And please be a light in the darkness, okay? Let's get rid of the negativity. We don't need that. All right, so again, continue to help your clients provide entertainment, provide education, and value to their audience. The method of delivery might be different, all right, but the principles are the same. Be human, show empathy, and provide value. All right, this isn't anything new, but get creative, try new ideas, meet them where they're at in the conversations that they're already having. Okay, and the other thing was how can you allow your clients' customers to continue to be a paying customer, even if they're not able to make in-person visits? So how are you going to adapt? How have you adapted already? Why are you not adapting? And where are you vulnerable? How can you help others like you? How can you help your clients? And how does your clients' marketing need to change because of the current situation? And the last two questions in regards to the future, which apply to any situation, not in a crisis, but what are you going to implement moving forward that you wouldn't have otherwise implemented if the virus hadn't occurred? So what new ideas, what new services, ways of doing business are you going to develop, and can you develop because of the current situation going forward? So thank you guys for watching and or listening. I appreciate it. I hope this did something for you. Honestly, for me, it was awesome just because it helped me get some of my ideas out there. It helped me to be, thinking about just the things that I've been thinking about. So, again, Corona-Vation. It's innovation during the coronavirus. Yeah, that's a fun little play on words. It's kind of lame, but hopefully that sticks in your head, and hopefully we start to see some cool ideas coming out there. So get creative, and thanks for watching. And I hope to do more videos like this. If you liked it, give me a like, thumbs up, share, whatever it may be. Thanks for watching.